About 243 million gallons of raw sewage spilled into the Potomac River. Politicians are arguing, people are pointing fingers, but what actually happened, who owns the pipe, who regulates it, and who is truly responsible for fixing it? Let's break this down clearly, factually, and without political spin. On January 19, 2026, a major wastewater pipeline called the Potomac Interceptor collapsed in Montgomery County, Maryland. This pipe isn't small. It's about 54 miles long, 72 inches or 6 feet in diameter, and it carries up to 60 million gallons of wastewater per day from parts of Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. to the Blue Plains treatment plant in Washington. When it failed, approximately 243 million gallons of untreated sewage entered the Potomac River over several days. That makes this one of the largest sewage spills in modern U.S. history. What caused the collapse? Early findings point to something much less dramatic than conspiracy theories. The pipe is about 60 years old. Between 2011 and 2015, inspections showed corrosion in many sections of the interceptor. Over time, concrete deteriorates, steel reinforcement corrodes, soil shifts, pressure builds. Eventually, infrastructure that hasn't been fully rehabilitated can fail. There is no evidence of sabotage, no evidence of extreme weather, no sudden external event. This appears to be aging infrastructure meeting deferred maintenance, something that's happening across the country. Here's where things stand as of late February 2026. A temporary bypass system was completed on January 24th. Pumps were installed and wastewater was rerouted, partially using the C&O canal system. There were overflows in early February, but no new discharges have been reported since around February 9th. DC Water has excavated the damaged section. Crews are removing debris and stabilizing the collapsed area. Short-term repairs could take several more weeks. Long-term rehabilitation could take months. The mayor of DC has declared a public emergency and requested federal assistance for cleanup and repair costs. So who owns the pipe? This is where confusion starts. The Potomac Interceptor is owned and operated by DC Water, the regional utility serving Washington, D.C. The pipe physically runs through Maryland land, including parts managed by the National Park Service, but Maryland does not own or operate it. Regulatory oversight falls under the Environmental Protection Agency because wastewater discharge is governed by federal environmental law. So, owner-operator, DC Water. Federal regulatory oversight, EPA. Land management in the affected area, National Park Service. Environmental monitoring support, Maryland agencies. Different roles, different responsibilities. So who's responsible for fixing it? Primary operational responsibility belongs to DC Water. They own it, they maintain it, they are leading repairs. However, because the system serves multiple jurisdictions, the collapse occurred partially on federal land. The environmental impact affects Maryland and beyond. Federal coordination and possible federal funding support are logical parts of the solution. Maryland's role is monitoring, public health advisories, and environmental oversight, not pipe ownership. So saying Maryland caused this is inaccurate. But saying Maryland has zero involvement is also incomplete. This is a multi-jurisdictional infrastructure system. Testing after the spill showed extremely elevated bacteria levels. At some sites, E. coli levels were measured at up to 7,000 times above EPA safe swimming limits shortly after the collapse. Drinking water systems are reportedly safe because intake points are upstream and separately treated. However, public advisories remain in place for recreational contact in impacted areas. Environmental monitoring continues. This isn't just about one pipe. The American Society of Civil Engineers gives U.S. wastewater infrastructure a D+ grade. Many major sewer systems are 60 to 100 years old. Deferred maintenance is common because upgrades are expensive and politically difficult. Experts broadly agree this spill reflects a national infrastructure investment problem, not just a single local failure. A fair solution would include 1. DC Water completing full repairs and transparent reporting. 2. Federal infrastructure support where appropriate. 3. Long-term capital upgrades for regional sewer systems. 4. Clear public communication about environmental impact. And 5. Regional cost sharing discussions for a system used by multiple jurisdictions. Blame doesn't repair concrete. Engineering, funding, and accountability does. 243 million gallons of sewage entering a major river is serious. But this isn't a mystery. It's not sabotage. It's not a sudden disaster. It's aging infrastructure under stress. The real question isn't who can we blame. It's how can we prevent the next collapse? Because unless long-term investment happens, this won't be the last one.